What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Let's discuss AEW Dynamite for July the 12th, 2023. This was a pretty decent show, but before we get into the review, AEW has officially parted ways with Brian Pillman Jr. I believe this news broke either on Monday sometime or sometime Tuesday. I'm going to go with the latter and say it happened Tuesday. So, yeah. Brian Pillman Jr. didn't get a chance to really show any character development or anything like that. You know, him and Griff Garrison could have been a decent tag team, but they never got the chance. And they never really pushed him in AEW. So it is what it is. I think that he'll end up in WWE for sure. WWE loves their second-generation superstars, and he would be a perfect fit in there. I could easily see him going to NXT, stay down there for about a year and a half, and then have him brought up to the main roster. So, yeah. And he's still young. He's 29. So, yeah. I mean, Vince loved Brian Pillman. So, why wouldn't he push his son? You know? I'm not saying he's going to be a main eventer, but he would probably be a very good, strong, solid upper mid-card guy. So, yeah. But there's that. I mean, I think this is one of the many problems that I have with AEW is they need to go ahead and start releasing talent that they're not using. You have other contracts up as well. I think Fuego del Sol's contract is up, but he's not important at all, so who cares? I think that a lot of year one guys in AEW, they're going to end up leaving and going into other promotions like MLW, Impact, maybe WWE, GCW, maybe New Japan. But most of the year ones, they need to kind of clean them out. Same thing with the year twos, they need to clean them out as well. So Tony Khan needs to just let go of guys that he's not using and let them go to other promotions instead of just like waiting for their contract to expire. Just do your typical quiet releases. That's what they need to really start doing. Just do your quiet releases and, you know, move on. So let's go ahead and get into AEW Dynamite. Pretty decent show for the most part. One of their better shows as of late. AEW for a while has been giving us a slew of bad shows as of late. But this show right here was a lot better. So we kicked the show off with the first match of the night, that being Chris Jericho versus Commander. Pretty decent match. In the end, Chris Jericho gets the win via the Lion Tamer, which is great. It's not the Walls of Jericho. It's the Lion Tamer where he puts his knee in the back of the person's head. So I do like that. Pretty good little match, though. I like Commander. He's dope. I mean, he's just like every other luchador. But, I mean, I'm glad that he's with AEW. So, you know, that's fine there. Moving on. Post-match. So Chris Jericho was celebrating. Don Callis walked out. Don Callis said that the world is abuzz with the possibility that Jericho joins the Don Callis family. Don Callis said 28 years ago, they were a part of a faction led by their mentor, Bad News Allen, a.k.a. Bad News Brown. He said that he's a little nostalgic, and he put together a surprise video for him. So a clip aired of them back in the day. This was in this was back in 1999, and also had Allen involved as well. So Jericho said that he remembers that. Chris Jericho said that he remembers that was back in 1995. He told Don Callis that he still has all his hair, but Callis doesn't. Jericho said Allen told them to always stick together. Callis said he made them promise. Don Callis said maybe he's emotional over the buzz of them getting together, but he thinks Allen is up there in heaven with a smile on his face over the possibility of Chris Jericho joining his Don Callis family. He said there's no pressure and he can make his decision when he's comfortable, but he knows what Allen would want. So I do like this. This is fine right here. I do see Chris Jericho aligning himself with Don Callis. I just see it. I really do. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not going to hold you guys up. The Jericho Appreciation Society has been one of the worst factions that Jericho's ever been a part of. Seriously. Even the Inner Circle was better than the Jericho Appreciation Society. It's just because Jericho was surrounded by a bunch of jobbers. So I think what Jericho will do is he'll probably end up costing the Elite the win next week at Blood and Guts. And then that's when he fully aligns himself with the BCC. With the Blackpool Combat Club and Don Callis. And that's Don Callis' true family right there. I think that'd be pretty good right there if we think about it. So, yeah. Moving on. So, Alex Marvez is backstage. So Jack Perry pulls up in his nice SUV or whatever. So Marvez knocks on his window. Jack Perry rolls down the window and said, "This is an unfair work environment." So Hook was able to sneak in the car on the other side. So then Jack Perry dipped out of the vehicle, but Hook grabbed him by his hair. Jack Perry was able to run and break free. And Hook looked at the camera and said, "Keep running, Perry." And I'm just like, what the fuck, man? That's all he said was, "Keep running, Jack Perry." Oh, my God. Again, I really do hope that the rumors are true, that Hook does end up going to WWE. It's what needs to happen. Seriously, it does. Because Hook could take some promo classes. These are his first words. And they're okay. But, man, I'm telling you, Hook would be so much better off in WWE. He really would. That Performance Center would treat him with the utmost respect. He can learn his promos and everything else. And that's one major problem with AEW. It's really just an indie promotion with money behind it. And I'm just being honest. That's just what it is. Most of the guys on the roster can't cut promos unless they're in the WWE system. They just can't cut them. They just cannot cut them. I know Hook is young behind the ears, but still, man. But he sounds, okay. Moving on. So, Renee Paquette, she interviewed Don Callis in the back. She asked about Chris Jericho. Don Callis said he's going to make a big announcement later on regarding who the 5th member of the Blackpool Combat Club will be at Blood and Guts. He said he'll go to the ring alone. Renee asked if he's worried about being alone. Don Callis said he's not afraid of Kenny Omega. So, that's fine there. Moving on. So, we get a new skit being aired with Adam Cole and MJF, and this was great. So, they were doing shots at a bar, which is always fun. Really good shit there. Drink responsibly. So MJF said that he was disappointed that Adam Cole's not wearing the Better Than You Baby t-shirt. Adam Cole said that he lost it. Then 4 sexy chicks walked by and caught their eyes. MJF said there's 2 for each of them. Adam Cole said he really cares about Britt Baker. MJF said that he admires that. And then said 4 for Daddy. He left with 4 chicks. Always a good time there. Nice. Really good shit there. MJF walked back to the bar and zipped up. MJF's a fucking freak, man. He said that the maximum ride is spent. Adam Cole said he can't talk like that on television. That's disgusting. Adam Cole said he never lost the t-shirt. Cole said he put it on and MJF does what he wants to do next. Cole whispered into MJF's ear. MJF didn't like it. They cut to Adam Cole and MJF playing video games. They were playing Fight Forever. MJF said playing video games isn't his thing because he's not a loser virgin. Good stuff there. Adam Cole got him to try. So MJF said it's actually fun, especially playing with a buddy. Adam Cole said if he had, Adam Cole asked if he had ever, Adam Cole asked if he had never played a multiplayer game before. MJF said he needed a friend for that, and he sounded kind of sad, so that was really good stuff there. Adam Cole then paused the game and said they were going forced to be a team. He had every intention of blindsiding him. MJF said MJF said he was going to do the same thing as well, and they both laughed. Adam Cole said that MJF is a cool dude. MJF retorted, and they went back to playing the video games. So they won their tag match, and then they high-fived on the video game. So I do like that. That's pretty cool shit right there. This is leading to probably the inevitable return of one Roderick Strong, which is okay, but like MJF said, Roderick Strong is a generic white guy who sucks. And what I mean by he sucks, I'm talking about he sucks on the mic. His in-ring work is okay. Let's just be honest. He has okay in-ring work. All right? Everything else, he sucks ass. But I do like this because this is probably going to hopefully lead to the best of friendship. You know, that's what it seems like. Hopefully they go that route. Hopefully they do. Hopefully this lasts for a while. Like you can't, like this is pure comedic gold, and they can't ruin it. They cannot ruin it. I would love for them to do what Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho did in WWE with the best of friendship. It really needs to go like that far. It really does. It really does. Moving on. So Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy versus Sammy Guevara and Danny Garcia. Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament match. Oh boy, this was a spot fest. This was an absolute spot fest. In the end, I believe Swerve and the affiliates and the Mogul affiliates, they got involved. Sammy Guevara was able to capitalize off of that. He hit the GTH for the 1-2-3. Post-match, he shook Darby's hand. And that's fine, I guess, you know. So Garcia was basically at ringside. He seemed a little perplexed by Sammy Guevara's gesture. And then both Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia left together. So that's fine, I guess. It's fine. Next, moving on, we got a pretty good little vignette talking about Nick Wayne. He's at home talking about his mom delivering the news of his dad's death. and how he's committed to making his dad proud. Pretty good stuff there. That's fine. I still think that Nick Wayne would be better in a WWE system type thing. Hopefully he can stay in AEW till he's at least 21, and then I would try to see what WWE can offer. I would work on my physique, promo ability, and everything else within those 3 years. If he is held down to a 3-year contract, knowing Tony Khan, it's probably a fucking 5-year contract. Holy shit, that's long. But that's what needs to happen, though. Moving on. So Renee Paquette, she's backstage, ready to interview Adam Cole. He's on the phone with Britt Baker. He's under distress because of what happened earlier on in the night with MJF and Adam Cole getting with some girls. So Roderick Strong walked up to Adam Cole. He's still in his neck brace. And he asked if he's actually warming up to MJF. Adam Cole said MJF isn't actually a half bad guy. Adam Cole smiled as he read a text from MJF. He just got a text from MJF who said that he wants him to rock the t-shirt and do a double clothesline. Then MJF said that he saw Brian Cage in the hall and said he got the quote-unquote flu. Adam Cole called MJF right away and then yelled that he wasn't actually sick. So, to me, that's fine there. We all know it's going to be Roderick Strong turning on Adam Cole, which is okay. He'll probably align himself with MJF, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm not really too excited about the fact. I really am not, because Roderick Strong is just Roderick Strong, He's just boring, generic white guy. It's just a fact. It's a fact. Moving on. So, Adam Cole and MJF versus, oh my God, Big Bill. No, I'm just going to call him W. Morrissey. Fuck that. Fuck Big Bill. I'm going to call him W. Morrissey. So, W. Morrissey and Brian Cage with Prince Nana. So, basically, Adam Cole and MJF, they win the match. There were push-ups in the match and everything else. I didn't like that at first. How did they get the win here? There was one spot in the match where MJF was able to body slam W. Morrissey. So, MJF, Adam Cole get the win via a heat seeker clothesline into the boom for the 1-2-3. Post-match, MJF gets on the mic. And he said he had one question for the crowd. Do we have any devil worshippers in the house tonight? He said. MJF told Adam Cole to do his things. Fans can do the thing that Adam Cole did, the Adam Cole thing, baby. MJF pushed their t-shirt before shifting to saying one of those days they'll hit the double clothesline. Fans chant double clothesline. MJF yanked on his t-shirt. Adam Cole told him to stop touching him. You need to work on that. Adam Cole said, "Who's ready for story time?" He said that never in his wildest dreams did he expect to team with MJF and have it work. He said it worked, and so far they're pretty damn good. Adam Cole said he didn't have any high expectations for this team, but he does want to win the tournament. Why stop there, he said. Adam Cole said if they win the tournament, they get a shot at the AEW World Tag Team Championships. He promised everyone if they stay on the same page they've been on, everyone is looking at the new AEW Tag Team Championships. So then the camera cuts back to Roderick Strong watching on a monitor backstage. He's displeased with Adam Cole because of his bond with MJF. And, it's fine. Because Adam Cole did mention earlier on that he didn't like Roderick Strong at first, and then now they're like brothers. So there's that. So that's more seeds planted, and we are going to see that heel turn. I don't know when it'll happen. I really don't. Maybe Roderick Strong will cost MJF and Adam Cole their shot at the AEW tag titles. Maybe they'll do it that way. Moving on. Oh, and they'll take on FTR for the AEW Tag Team Championships on July 29th on Collision. So in about 2.5 weeks. That's if they win and that's if they advance. That being Adam Cole and MJF. Moving on. Renee Paquette, she's backstage with Jake Hager about the status of the JS. So the camera followed him into Jericho's locker room. Hager asked Jericho, are you really... No, my bad. Hager asked Jericho, you're really not considering this, are you? Jericho said there's a lot of history there with Don Callis, so he needs some time. Hager took off his hat, and they said they have history too. He said that he left 10 years... he left behind an undefeated MMA record to be by his side, and he deserves to know. Swagger said this affects both of them. He handed him his hat and left. Okay, that's fine. It's not really that important. Who cares? Who really cares? Again, I think that Jack Swagger, a.k.a. Jake Hager, would be better off back in MMA. That's just me, if we're just being honest. For real. He's just been an afterthought. Like, I really thought that he would have already been released. I'm not even going to hold you guys up. I thought that Jake Hager would have already been released. Me personally, if I was Tony Khan, I would have released him months ago. He would have been gone months ago. Like, he's useless. He's useless. Like, for real. He's better off going back to MMA. He really is. And he's actually good at MMA. Let's just be honest. His wrestling days are behind him. Just stating the facts. Next, Ruby Soho versus Skye Blue. So, Ruby Soho gets the win. She hits No Future for the 1, 2, 3. So, there's that. Next, Swerve Strickland versus Nick Wayne. So, Nick Wayne, he came out to the entrance. He got hugged by Darby. Darby greeted him, and the two embraced. They showed a shot of his mom smiling and clapping at ringside. So, Taz said on commentary that Nick Wayne just turned 18 last Monday, and he's the youngest member of the active AEW roster. So, Swerve gets the win via... I forgot his finish. What's the name of his finish? Forgot. Not the Swerve Stomp. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what he calls it. But it don't matter. Swerve wins with his finisher. So basically, Swerve snapped Wayne's arm with a stomp. So that was pretty cool right there. Wayne started pretty well. Nick Wayne, like I said before, is fine there. The match went a little bit too long for me. Closing segment. Well, that was your main event, wrestling-wise. But your closing segment was Don Callis. So he comes out to the ring. He said that he knows the real Kenny Omega. He knows that he's a coward and a punk. Don Callis is interrupted by Kenny Omega. Omega comes out, but he's blindsided by Tenosuke Takeshita and Jon Moxley. So then my boy Pac, who's been gone for months. Pac's been gone for at least a good 8-9 months, if not longer than that. I'm going to say close to a damn year. It's been months since we've seen my boy with the big ears. It's been months since we've seen my boy with the big ears. So Pac showed up. He hit Omega with a signature from behind. Pac said that he's been waiting a long time for this. He told Omega that he's the 5th member and that he'll pay the price. So Mox and Takeshita put a chair around Kenny Omega's neck. So then Mox trash talks Omega. Omega said they have a 5th member to reveal too. He said, check the screen. And then we see footage of my boy Kota Ibushi. We then got a pretty good little reaction from there. The crowd popped pretty decently for that. The Young Bucks, they showed up. They super kicked Moxley and Takeshita. Hangman hit him with a double buckshot lariat. The heels, they fled up. There's a cowboy shit chant that breaks out. Hangman gets on the mic and said, they'll finish this once and for all at Blood and Guts. Omega stood tall and said, they'll find out the hard way that a little barbed wire is nothing compared to what they'll do to him. He said that when all 5 members are down, he's going to go after Callis. And then Omega did his signature goodbye, goodnight, bang stuff. And that was it. So, pretty okay stuff there. Again, Dynamite was decent for the most part. Decent. I'm really stoked for Blood and Guts. There's really going to be some really good shit there. I do think that they will end up having Chris Jericho cost the Elite the win. I think next week will be the absolute perfect time for Jericho to go full heel and to unite with the Don Callis family. That's the best way to go about it. So that would be great. So hopefully that does happen. And I do think it will. I want Blood and Guts to start kind of early, at least around maybe 9 o'clock. So I hope that they end up doing that next week. And for next week, they don't need no more than like 4 matches. That's it. Like 4 matches, an Adam Cole and MJF segment. And that's really all they need. They don't really need a whole bunch of matches. Like your main match everyone's there for is the Blood and Guts. But like I said before, pretty decent show. But what did you guys think? Let me know. Please hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe for more videos, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.